What's going on, G, man?
What's going on? You alright?
Yep, chillin', man.
Okay. We'll bring you here today, man.
Well, first and foremost, you know what I'm saying, I want to shout you out, bro, for really helping me put this together.
Okay, appreciate
I'm
that.
doing this for the kids, you know what I'm saying? I'm just taking the time out, telling them a little bit about their dad, some of the stuff they might not know, some of the stuff that I went through, so hopefully it can help them and motivate them and, just look at me not necessarily different, but show a whole nother appreciation of me, you know what I'm saying? Well, I'm Real Will, black man, Detroit City, and I really just want to leave something behind for my kids that they can hold on for the rest of their lives and show their kids, you know what I'm saying? Just a little bit about me, the person that I am behind dad. You know what I'm saying? We look, as kids, we look at our parents like affectionate. We don't really see what they go through. So I just want my kids and my family to see some of the things and know some of the things that I went through that shaped me into the person that they know today. Yeah, we can start in my childhood because, I'm not gonna lie, like I was a weird kid. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't sheltered, but I was very, very close to y'all grandma. You know, Lavinia Cook, y'all grandma, that was my best friend. Like, when I play with my toys, she'll be right there. When I play the video games or, I play sports, when I used to play baseball, she was that type of parent that you want the gloves, she'll buy me the gloves. You want the chain, I wanted the face paint, she always was there. She had the big signs cheering me on, you know what I'm saying? That was my best friend, and I know if she was around and met all y'all, from Dustin, Brendan, even you, Tiana, she definitely would love all y'all. She really taught me a lot. She did. Y'all grandma, her main thing, she really wanted to teach me, and I really want to teach y'all too, especially my boys is. She really taught me how to be a man. And a little bit more than y'all granddaddy did. Well, way more than y'all granddaddy did. Like, she used to always tell me about how she wanted me to be as a parent. Even as a child, she wasn't afraid to talk to me about when I had kids. Not only that, I used to talk to her too. I remember being 8 years old saying how, and it's crazy that I just realized that I had twins now, but when I was younger, I always wanted twins, and I used to tell her that she would have to watch my twins while I traveled the world. She used to always say, I'll be there, baby, and we'll send us the postcards, and I'll tell you what the baby's doing, and you travel the world, and you work, and this and that. And she really motivated me. She really pushed me in the right direction. It was really hard when I lost her. It really was. Your granddad, he was around, but how can I put it? He really, a lot of stuff that he didn't do for me is one of the main reasons why I go 110% for y'all. Like, I really didn't have the dad that I am for y'all. I wish that he was there for me. Like, I didn't get him at none of my games or stuff like that. And we had our moments though, and I don't want to just knock him, because I know if he was around, he would love y'all too. And I'm honestly glad that I kind of redid this part, because I don't want to just paint a bad picture of him. It's when y'all get older, y'all gonna learn that the world will really affect y'all, affect how y'all wake up, affect how y'all love other people. And it almost did that to me a bunch of times, like losing my mom and dad, y'all grandparents at such an early age. I almost went through something like that. Like, I was going through depression. Like, I needed a fresh start. And it was hard, cause like I said, your grandma was there every second of every day. That was my best friend. We watched movies together. I took her out on dates. You know what I'm saying? She used to give me the money. I would be 10 years old paying for her. And she used to just the chores that y'all do, like taking out the trash, I had to do it. And she used to tell me, well, you're gonna have your own trash in your own house. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of stuff that she taught me. And I wish she was here to first of all, she would baby all y'all. I know her. She would cash y'all out and buy y'all whatever she wants. She spoiled me like that. It kind of affects me because they didn't get a chance to have that. Like I didn't have her a lot growing up, and you know what I'm saying. That I really had to learn out of nowhere. You know, I lost. I don't want to say I just lost her out of nowhere, but when she got sick with cancer, it seemed like it came and took her so quick that me and Auntie Lisa like didn't even know what to do. And that's another thing I want y'all to know is I'm very, very thankful. And I want you to know too, Lisa, I'm very thankful for you. Like after Mama died, like you had to just take this whole new life out of nowhere. We didn't expect this. And I tell Tiana and I tell everybody all the time how much I love and appreciate you. You was just like Mama, and you did such a good job that I missed her, but you filled that gap. And I really want you to know that I really do appreciate you, because I was going through a lot and you was always there. Like you really was. Your grandma, when she passed, I was lost. When your granddad, my dad passed, I was numb. I couldn't feel nothing. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know what to do. And it wasn't even necessarily, I didn't know what to do. It was just that, I don't want to say I didn't care. He didn't do anything to impact me. I saw a lot of bad. And I know he was a good person. I hate to talk down on him, but a lot of the negative stuff that he did is one of the main reasons why I'm so positive and I'm so daring when it comes to y'all. You know, through ups and downs and a lot of faults that I've caused on my own, I had to man up and say, I caused this. I couldn't play the blame game. I caused a lot of shit. You know, going back to schools, like I said, right now we really just focusing on my childhood. We'll touch on other areas. But right now, like, as far as my childhood, like I said, I learned late on a lot of shit. And you see, and y'all know that I'm on y'all ahead of time. Even y'all mama would say, why are you talking about this now? Why are we ain't get there yet? But we'll look up and we'll be there. You know, I got picked on. You know, I got picked on in school. I didn't have like I said, even after grandma passed, I didn't have the best clothes, the best hygiene. It was a lot. I got picked on. And it's crazy how I hid and held on to a lot of stuff because I was afraid of being embarrassed, but those were a lot of things that turned me into the person I am today. See, I got picked on, so when I came to a point where I didn't get picked on no more, I didn't pick on nobody else because I was that person. You know what I'm saying? I want y'all to be real people. I want y'all to care. I want y'all to show compassion, but not only to other people, but to yourselves too. I'm about to pull up to my old childhood crib, visit my sister. I ain't see her in a little minute. We definitely stay in touch all the time, but through the whole COVID situation, you know, they social distancing and all that, but fuck that, I need to see my sister right now. We gonna pull up on her, go over some old photos, go down a little bit more memory lane. I'm glad my sister's still here, and because, you know, my mom, she got this house for us to stay in the family. You know, it wasn't just for me when I was little, but for when that if anything happened to us when we older, if we can come back here if need be, our kids. You know, a lot of people don't do that nowadays. I'm glad our family home. I still got a lot of memories up in here. A lot of memories.
Hi! I feel like I know it sounds weird, but I feel like I'm his mother and his sister. Because when my mom passed, the responsibility shifted. We had it all set up when my mom was sick to have certain family members play certain roles. And then after she died, it changed. So that responsibility became my responsibility. So that's why I kind of look at him as like my brother, but like a son too, because I actually raised him from what, 13, 14? So if it wasn't for him and my son, because during the time my mom was sick, I was pregnant. If it wasn't for them two, I don't know how I would have gotten through it, but I knew I had to do what I had to do when she was sick for him. So, I mean, that's my little brother. I love him. I hate this picture because I was trying to be grown and I know my lips was going to turn red because it was blue lifted. But you're like always jumping in my pictures. If you go through the book, you can see like jumping in all my pictures. It's crazy because he was so, I don't want to, he wasn't like bad, but he was sneaky. So to see how he is now, I'm so proud of him because I guess he didn't want me to be disappointed in him. So a lot of the stuff that he did that most teenagers would do, he kept from me. Probably because he didn't want to get in trouble, but because he didn't want me to be disappointed. He wasn't like bad, but he did, you know, teenage stuff. And to see him now with a family, I'm proud of him because that's how we grew up. We grew up with a mom and dad. We had issues, but they never left each other. So we didn't come from like a broken home. It was hard at times, but we didn't come from a broken home. And he's getting ready to get married with a family, and I'm just happy that we both are still keeping it together as a unit, a family. So I'm proud of it.
Doing this and going back down memory lane and a lot of stuff, I found a lot of newfound appreciation for a lot of people who really been in my life through a lot of the ups and downs. Like, I mean, I always appreciate my sister. Like she said, like I told her first that I look at her like a mom because she filled that void like so good. Like it was hard, but she made it easier. She can't even punch it. I told you I ain't
At least you know I love you and appreciate everything. Yeah, I worry about you too. I gotta make sure you straight. That's my job too.
I know growing up in the city was hard for a lot of dudes. You know, with crime and all sorts of shit. Like I was like 16 and got robbed looking for a job coming down the street. You know, we gonna go to my old house right around the corner, but it was just crazy going on. And you know, not only that, I see as a parent how much shit can happen to my kids on top of the shit that happened to me. And that's the scary thing. Like, I can't imagine guns being drawn in my kid's face. Right now, we at Cooley. You know, we in the student parking lot, the teacher parking lot where niggas used to be deep as hell in here, wasting time. I remember wasting so much time in this parking lot when I could have been in that building, learning. You know what I'm saying? I was a little hustler in this motherfucker. I definitely learned how to hustle in here. And it's crazy that I gotta do technically that today with selling myself. I gotta hustle myself for niggas to fuck with. You know what I'm saying? I hustle. I sold weed. I sold, Lisa, don't kill me when you see this. Nigga, I used to make fake report cards for them. I used to know how to scan them, make them look just like the Fisher Boys, sell the motherfuckers. I had everybody in here fucking their grades up. And I did that shit for so long. That be the thing about it. You don't know. I should have catch up with you. I did that shit for so long. I remember Woodhouse got on the announcement. And he said everybody with a certain grade point average that was that low was getting kicked out. Do you know how fucking nervous I was? I was hoping he wasn't gonna say my name. And when I heard Willie Cook, nigga, everything left my body. Everything. I was so fucking scared. I had to explain that to Lisa. I was so fucking dumb. Hood, you really do gotta deal with like hood shit even in the education system. Like we had school crabs, finger gangs all up in here. we had grown men coming up here trying to get on these little girls. It was hard getting an education in the hood, man. It really was. And I don't want y'all to go through that. You know, I try to strive to put y'all in the best situation. I even know that a school can play a part on you being an adult. School might be harder, the school might be tougher, whatever, more homework, whatever the case may be, but you don't gotta worry about niggas trying to take your clothes. I saw niggas getting beat up at the bus stop and all sorts of shit in this fucking school, man. I really did. The shit, man. Cooley was a mother. That was Lean on Me. Lean on Me was Cooley, bro. All that shit you saw in that movie, that's the shit that they locked our doors. They did used to lock the fucking doors, dog. Chain them bitches, man. Cause niggas was wild in here. It was hard for me to get an education. It was. Man, shout out Cooley, man. That was a wild ass school. That was Lean on Me for real. And even though it was Lean on Me, I should have still went and got my education, and I didn't. I fucked up, and I definitely don't want y'all to make the same mistakes that I did. And education was definitely one of the mistakes that I definitely regret as a grown man. I should have taken my education way more serious. So I really want y'all to do that. But shout out Cooley, you know what I'm saying? Taught me the street side of life, and that I did need that too. I ain't gonna hold you up, so shout out Cooley. Corey, I can honestly say, was a real friend. You know, you rarely can find somebody that you can actually grow up with, and you know they kids, and y'all kids is close. That's how me and Corey was. You know what I'm saying? And I lost him to diabetes. And it's fucked up. The day I lost him, I was in a 2K tournament. And I was on the way to the tournament. And I was just looking online and just saw everybody say RIP. And that fucked me up. Like, I couldn't function for the rest of the day. You know what I'm saying? The crazy thing about it, like around the time before Corey died, because he used to fall out. And he ended up hitting his head and lost a lot of his memory. And I'm talking about he could barely remember what areas he grew up in, what schools he went to. But, you know, he could remember certain things. And I can't believe, and I was honestly shocked that I was one of the things that he remembered. And that honestly showed the impact that I provided on his life. Because me and him, we both love wrestling. Like we did. We was ride or die wrestling fans, you know what I'm saying? And he was living the wrestling life that I kind of wanted to. He used to go to all the WrestleManias and all the Raws when they come here, meeting wrestlers and shit. And I wanted to do that too, but Brenda and I was going through my stuff with your mama and all sorts of shit, you know what I'm saying? But he couldn't even remember that he loved that shit. But he remembered me, and it will always be in my heart. Off of that alone, that him remembering me and really showing that appreciation for me, like that's my bro, man. I miss him every day. You know, and the fucked up thing about life is you definitely gonna lose a lot of people. One day we not gonna be together. Hopefully that ain't no time soon. You know, I really want to see y'all grow old and y'all kids and y'all kids. You know what I'm saying? But I personally lost a lot of people. You know, I lost both my parents at 13 and 14 to cancer. I lost best friends. I'm talking about friends that I grew up with that I thought we was gonna be around when they was 40. And I think that's what really, after losing my parents, that's what really fucked me up, was seeing my friends die. And that brought a sense of reality to me. You know, losing my best friends, 3 best friends. You know, shout out CB, Brenda, your goddaddy. Of course, he's still around, but losing Fat Mike to gun violence at the police station, losing Lil D to hood violence, and he was an innocent bystander. Losing Corey, like, to his sickness, and that hurt it too, because that happened out of nowhere, and it's hard losing people. And the fucked up thing about it is, like I said, y'all gonna have to. I'm about to show y'all the first house that I actually got my family. You know, that was big for me. Coming from apartments and staying with other people to have my family's first house, you know what I'm saying, right here in the corner of my little shack. It was way better when we had it. And that's the crazy thing about it. Like, it was so much that happened in this fucking house. You know what I'm saying? Like, this was the first time we experienced somebody breaking in our shit and stealing all our shit. Like Mark. You know what I'm saying? They stole my kid's shit. And you wanna know what's fucked up? See this gray house right here, right next to it? Them the motherfuckers who broke in our shit. And I knew it. See, growing up and going through the things I know, that street smarts, you catch up on a lot of shit. And I knew they had broke in our shit. Now, them ain't the people who stay there not. Because you think I'll be sitting right here knowing that they're the motherfuckers who took from my babies and my girl? No, I actually did confront them. I had to. We couldn't even live in this house. We were so paranoid. My girl felt violated. My kids had to sleep in the same room with us. That took a toll on me as a man because I'm their protector. Whether it's their belongings or them. So to know that somebody is literally staying next door to me and they violated me, I couldn't. Every day was hard. Till one day I just snapped on some real shit. I saw it was some little niggas staying there. Some kids, like 17, some brothers 17 like to 19. And I caught one of the little brothers and I pulled up on that nigga. And I was real with that nigga. When I told him like, bro, the shit you did make me want to kill you. Cause you violated my kids.
Hell no, fuck with your shit? Hell no.
You smoking my shit?
Now why would I do some shit like that?
I ain't taking knowing damn well he did. And I remember as soon as I got done talking to him and I told him all that real ass shit about what I wanted to do and what I could do, but I didn't. Nigga, him and his whole family packed up and moved out that house. I swear to God on everything I looked. They left because they knew that I wasn't playing, man. That shit was crazy. As a man, it's times where you have to put your fear aside. I remember when we first got here and all the lights was on, I'm like, something wrong. I had to go in that house and leave everybody outside. I had to go in there and make sure wasn't nobody in that motherfucker still. And that was a scary situation for me. But I had to swallow all that because I knew that fear was 100 times more on my family. How Will Smith, like this with Jay Pickett. My baby right here, this Tiana, Miss Cook right here. My baby. Wouldn't know what I do without her. Right? Yeah, I don't know what I do without her, man. I've been in the gun together. In the box somewhere, for real.
So much in only 6-7 years. But through it all, we still come out on top. We still together, still rocking it, no problems. I mean, every couple has their problems, but we don't have issues like that. He do what he's supposed to do. He make me happy, take care of the kids. Shoot, he been taking care of my oldest since I can remember. Since he was a baby, for real. But he fill a void that my son is missing. And honestly, you can't even tell that he's not his real father. You would never know. And I just really appreciate him for that. More than I could ever say, more than words could ever explain. He the truth, for real.
Yeah, that's my wife right there. Tiana Cook. Like, I remember the first time I really knew that I loved her. Like, we started off as friends. I started out as Dustin Goddaddy, and like I said, she was there when I had nothing and helped me feel so much that a genuine love grew out of that. And I remember taking her to Olive Garden on our first date. You know what I'm saying? Birthday. It wasn't even really like our first date, but in my head, my heart, it kind of was. Like, she was just looking so beautiful. You know what I'm saying? I just saw that smile on her face, and that really, I haven't felt no emotion off of just a smile, bro. And forever, not even forever, ever, for real. And I want you to know that I love you, and I want us to continue to build. We made a beautiful family, and our careers, we living our dreams. I just want to continue that. And I love you. I love you for sure, for sure. This is the people that I do it for. This is my firstborn, Brenda. Dustin. My second firstborn, it feel like.
Mason, and the twins, Maddie, my first baby girl. All this hair. All this hair. And Tristan back there with mommy. How is? Look at him. What's wrong, big boy? And the twins, you know what I'm saying? This the family. This is who I live, die for, breathe for. Every hustle idea, from selling clothes to trying to make it and act in a radio show, all that was for them. Like, my success is based off their smiles and their happiness, real. That's all I think about anytime I try to do something and think about something. You know what I'm saying? It's for them. And without them, I wouldn't be nothing.
I love my dad. He loved me. He helped me. He helped me because I wanted to dance. He helped me learn how to dance and put videos. And he treats us well. He never treats us unequal. And he always helped us with anything. And he always was there for us.
I love my dad. He loved me. And that's why he tried to give us everything we want. Like, he let us watch him play the game, our own games. We can chill. And we can grow up to be like him. We can do anything. Like I want to be a game developer, develop games. So when we like mess up and all that, people on the street got the money. But like I said, us we love him back. I love him back. I don't know about that. I for sure love him.
Yeah, I love Daddy.
You got a picture? You got a picture?
You know, today we at WHPR 88.1 FM. This is the radio station I do Chop Shop Radio at. You know, due to the global pandemic and the virus, it's closed right now. And a lot of people out of a job and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? It's very unfortunate at this time. It's very crazy right now, the world we live in. A lot of people, like I said, losing their jobs and stuff, but hopefully things will get back to normal. And even so normal that I can come back in here and continue the show, because that was one of the things that I was working on. And it was really taking off. It was really something that I felt like I kind of found my niche, you know what I'm saying, hosting my own radio show. Never thought I'd do it. Coming from McDonald's to hosting my own radio show, like I said, it's blessings on blessings, and I just can't wait to get back in here. I done met a lot of cool people, a lot of dope artists, been in a lot of good situations, and it was fun, you know what I'm saying? And I just, like I said, I can't wait to get back on with it, for real. It's the station right here. Yeah, you know what I'm saying, folks, we go ahead and head up out of here. First of all, I want to shout, especially you out, bro, Great Lakes Promotions, man. Can't stress enough, thank you, man, for really helping me put this together. This is something that I had to go down a lot of dark roads, a lot of sad roads, some roads that I even masked and hid, you know what I'm saying? But I also realized a lot of beautiful things that I came across, whether it's my family, a lot of experience I had, people I met. I done met so many people and been in situations that I dreamed of that I would have never thought. Starting at, I done came from McDonald's and losing people on the bus and all that shit to this beautiful life that I have now. And it was from staying focused, staying positive through a lot of dark shit, and the real people who held me down. Whether it was you know what I'm saying, certain homeboys that I still got, family that I still got, you know what I'm saying, I can't stress enough and thank y'all enough. But for my kids, I really want y'all, because I'm still going to be around, for us to still talk. This ain't it. You can still come and talk to me about anything, whatever journeys y'all want to be on. You already know Daddy going to be right there rooting you on. And no matter how fucked up, hard, stressful life get, you can do it. Just remember that. You know what I'm saying? If anybody else who got a story that they want to tell, don't be afraid to do what I did. Show your kids the real. Tell them the things you've been through. Don't hide and neglect the shit that you went through. You know what I'm saying? That's what made you you. That's what even made me me. So, like I said, I don't want to ramble, but thank you, bro, from the bottom of my heart, man. And to my loved ones, I love y'all. And this journey, this ain't over. This is just the beginning. Like, this is just the beginning.
Step back, May. Step back, boo.
Back. Come back. Don't mind me.
Because he thought she was talking to him. Come over here.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
One more.
Yeah, it look easy.
It looks easy, but for us.
You give up? Come on.
Your story need to be heard, man. Thank you. The way you done came up with, like, you could have easily gave up. From what you done experienced at a young age and everything, you could have easily gave up. But the fact that you keep pushing and the motivation that you got to keep moving and getting everything going, like, that's tremendous, man. Thank you. Seriously.